How is it possible that a secret video recorded behind the scenes of the star revealed a plan that will change the fate of the Dallas Cowboys without anyone in the mainstream media realizing the true tactical danger hidden within? Have you ever stopped to think about what really happens when a young coordinator takes control of America's team, carrying the historical weight of a franchise hungry for the Super Bowl? Our passionate fans have spent the last few years suffering from defensive collapses that destroyed dreams in the middle of the postseason. But what was discussed in this closely guarded coaching clinic has raised a red flag throughout the NFC East. This isn't a simple change of personnel or a standard motivational speech to appease critics after recent setbacks. There's an enigma drawn on the tactical board by Christian Parker that promises to completely transform the physical identity of our team in a way you've never seen before. Anyone who's followed Dallas for a while knows that situations like this often change everything. But the big question hammering in every fan's mind is whether this leaked plan is the salvation of our season or the beginning of an even greater collapse under the spotlight of AT&T Stadium. The pressure from the national media is relentless, and the silence surrounding this project has begun to break down overwhelmingly on the sidelines. The eyes of the American football world are fixed on our every move right now, trying to decipher the mystery. Has the coaching staff found the mathematical formula to stop our worst tactical nightmares? Or are we just facing a fleeting illusion created to calm the nerves of millions of fans desperate for glory? The beginning of this journey hides a secret that will stir your heart. Block 2. News presentation. Mystery. First clue. The first major clue to this tactical mystery lies hidden in Christian Parker's obsession with resolving the chaos of our running game without burning out our safeties on the front line. The leaked audio reveals that the main plan revolves around the concept of stopping the opposing offense with an extremely light and aggressive front six or front seven, changing the natural rhythm of the game without needing to expose our secondary. Before continuing with this bombshell revelation, I want to know directly from you. Do you believe that this decision to keep the safeties deep can finally put Dallas back among the legitimate favorites in the NFC? Leave your like, comment your honest opinion below, and participate actively because your voice is what moves America's team. Parker's plan shines a huge spotlight on Caleb Downs, who should act as the fifth man covering the nickel position on most elite plays. For those who like real and precise numbers, the average utilization of base personnel in the current NFL is only 29.64%, which proves that the Cowboys will be operating in sub-specialized formations to contain both the pass and the run simultaneously. But the big secret of lane number 1 is the striking efficiency of the defensive boxes that Parker wants to implement to save our day. In light box situations, our defense allowed a humiliating 6.2 yards per rushing attempt last year, leaving us in the shameful 27th position in the league in that category. This alarming statistic helps to understand the magnitude of the mystery that the new coordinator needs to decipher immediately on the field. The atmosphere at the training complex has completely changed, and now we are beginning to see the first real traces of this new and revolutionary defensive machine. Block 3. The atmosphere surrounding the team. Mystery. Second clue. The second clue that deepens this mystery manifests itself in the radical change in behavior and posture of our players in closed practices in Frisco. The absolute silence during video meetings and the obsessive focus of the athletes on the sidelines show that the climate of complacency has been completely eradicated from the main roster. There is a crucial detail that almost no one noticed in Parker's speech. He wants our linemen to play strictly, remaining parallel to the line of scrimmage instead of frantically sprinting towards the opposing quarterback. We want these guys to stay positioned and attack the blocks directly without advancing vertically in a disorganized way, the coordinator said in the recording that shocked the analysts on duty. The expectation was almost palpable in the meetings when he explained that the front line needs to play with aggression, extension, and extreme discipline so as not to create vertical gaps in our protective barrier. The objective, painted on the walls of the star, is to force the opposing running back to completely stop at the point of attack and hesitate, searching for an alternative escape route, while colliding directly with an indestructible human wall. This ultra-physical approach demands specific physiques and immense commitment from the workers doing the dirty work, like Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, who now lead by example. The stadium seemed to hold its breath with each tactical simulation conducted in the final weeks of preparation. The defensive linemen cease to be independent hunters of individual statistics and begin to act as an integrated mass containment unit, generating enormous suspense about how this new approach will translate against our historic division rivals. Block 4. The unfolding of events. Mystery Discovery. Here's the big discovery that unravels Christian Parker's enigma. The Dallas Cowboys are officially adopting the gap-and-a-half system to control the flow of opposing offenses. This means the definitive end of that old, predictable philosophy of aggressive penetration into a single space, which so often left our defense completely exposed to devastating counterattacks in the middle of our line. The mystery is solved when we understand that each defender is now responsible for monitoring multiple spaces simultaneously based solely on the movement and direction of the ball after the initial snap. In the secret recording of the clinic, Parker was caught drawing exactly how our edges and outside linebackers, led by the physical power of Rashawn Gary, will be obligated to completely dominate Area C of the field. The revealed plan is to squeeze the blocks with a brutal point of impact, generating such suffocating lateral containment that the running back will be kept trapped and cornered in what the coach himself called a veritable phone booth. We discovered that the focus has completely shifted. It's much harder for any offense to generate an explosive running play by running through the middle of a congested line than if they manage to escape down the open edges of the field. When the run leaks to the sides of the formation, our cornerbacks suffer the direct impact, since historically they don't have the same physical stamina for running back support against heavier athletes. This tactical discovery drastically changes the NFC East landscape and shows that Dallas has grown tired of being pushed by opponents at the decisive moment of the game, opting instead for a high-level tactical setup. Block 5. The moment that changes everything. Mystery Explanation. The detailed explanation for this drastic change of direction lies in the direct impact the new frontline posture will have on the lives of our modern linebackers. As the trench linemen will occupy two blockers simultaneously in the gap-and-a-half system, our second-tier linebackers will finally play clean and free from heavy blocking to chase the ball all over the field. I truly believe this moment will be remembered for a long time by our fans because it solves a chronic mistake from Dallas's recent past. Players like DeMarvion Overshone, D. Winters, and Shamar James aren't heavy block-destroying defenders. They are fast chasers and sideline coverers. Leaving these guys exposed to direct contact with offensive linemen weighing over 130 pounds was complete tactical suicide that the coaching staff routinely committed. Now, with the front line absorbing the initial impact of double blocks, the linebackers have a completely clear path to use pure speed and make the decisive tackles exactly where they need to be made. If you're enjoying this in-depth, straightforward analysis, take this opportunity to subscribe to the channel, share it with your fellow fans, and stay up to date on all the news about our team. With the running game finally under control through strategy and physical strength, the defensive focus shifts, making way for the introduction of the most lethal and spectacular facet of Christian Parker's secret plan: the mental destruction of opposing quarterbacks through visual manipulation before and after the start of each play. Block 6. What does this mean for the future? Mystery. Impact. The real impact of this conceptual revolution on our immediate future can be measured through the raw and frightening statistics of the last professional football season. According to official summer sports reports, the Dallas Cowboys finished the year as the worst team in the NFL in explosive plays allowed, suffering a shameful total of 109 long passes from opponents. Correcting this aerial and ground bleeding is the absolute priority for anyone who wants to dream again of the playoffs and the top of the league. To worsen the past scenario, Dallas ranked near the bottom of the table in coverage disguises before the snap, camouflaging their true intentions in a meager 22.1% of the season's defensive snaps. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles led the league with over 41% effective disguises under modern schemes. Parker's plan requires our team to reach the historic mark of 50% post-snap disguises to confuse the readings of today's rival quarterbacks. The strategy consists of creating the perfect illusion of a completely open space in the middle of the field before the play begins, and then closing that passing window with ultra-fast speed as soon as the ball is in motion. By alternating zone coverage, man-to-man coverage, and matchmaking schemes based on receivers' routes, Parker transforms our defense into a truly unpredictable mental labyrinth. This tactical evolution will dictate our success against historic division rivals and determine whether the young roster possesses the intellectual capacity necessary to execute such a complex plan under the overwhelming pressure of wearing the America's team jersey. Block 7. Debate. Mystery. Closing with expectation. We've uncovered the mystery behind the leaked video, and now the truth is out in the open for the entire NFL community. The Dallas Cowboys defense is undergoing the most radical and physical transformation in recent years under the brilliant leadership of Christian Parker. The secret playbook has been exposed, and the coaching staff has made it clear that they will no longer accept the passivity that cost us historic victories in the franchise's recent past. Now, the fate of our team rests entirely in the hands of the players, who will have the mission of transforming this complex theory into pure aggression and physical dominance on the field. If you want to continue receiving these exclusive tactical analyses, breaking news, and real behind-the-scenes glimpses of America's team without any fluff, click the subscribe button below, activate the notification bell, and share this video with your Cowboys fan friends. The debate is officially open on the sidelines, and the organized fan groups have already begun mobilizing on social media to demand immediate results in the opening week of the regular season. The final question that remains, and which I want you all to answer in the comments, is this. Will this new philosophy of gap and a half and aggressive coverage disguises be the ultimate fuel to get us back on the path to the Super Bowl? Or are we about to witness another season full of empty promises and bitter frustrations at the end of the year? Leave your honest opinion and let's discuss the future of Dallas.